Josh, Jill, two professional athletes. Well, not really. Josh did play sports through school, though. That should count for something. And Jill played women's professional football, but wasn't paid for it. But they are professional sportscasters. This just in, that was incorrect. But they do record them. They are sound people in the movie business. They rarely agree with each other. But one thing they do know is that they love sports, especially football. The day that football leaves this earth is the day they pack for Mars. Welcome to the Josh and Jill Sports Channel.
All right, folks, here we are today in Montrose, California. And we're here to talk about old school football with my parents. This is Aaron Kosh. Aaron, how old are you?
Too old.
That's old. That's about how old I am. And Dr. Kosh here. How old are you, Dr. Kosh?
95.
Oh, stop.
95. Very nice.
He's like 85. Yeah. Anyway, old school football. So, Josh, would you like to start out any questions you have with the parents on old school football?
Yes. When did you get season tickets?
1967, one of my patients, Colleen Mann, in fact, was working with the Broncos at the time, and she got me tickets for 4 tickets, and they were in the old East stands, which was the wooden stands, and we've had them ever since 1967.
At
That
Mile
was
High
before-
Stadium.
At Mile
I
High
was
Stadium
born.
on the 20-yard line.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's before I was born, Josh.
Yes.
Is John Elway the best quarterback you've seen go through Denver?
I think he would not be an understatement to say that he was not only the best quarterback, but he also had some of the best dealerships for cars too.
I've heard that. Over Peyton Manning. He was a better quarterback than Peyton Manning in Denver.
In Denver, he was obviously.
I'm
That's
gonna
when we
jump
got
on that one,
That's
Josh.
when we got into the Super Bowls
Yeah.
with John Elway.
Yeah, but-
early
because
ones.
because Peyton Manning does still hold records for the most passing yards
Oh,
and
no
most
question.
touchdown passes in a
yeah.
season in Denver.
Well, here's the thing, though, Josh. Best quarterback, Elway or Manning? Well, in my opinion, it's Elway because Elway had to go through a lot more than Manning, and he was a Bronco the whole time. Now, do
Sure.
I appreciate Manning? Yes, he is the icing on the cake, but the cake is John Elway.
I'm
Without
with
the
you
cake,
guys.
we don't have the icing.
Yes.
It's just the way it is. He
And-
comes first.
Yes.
He comes first. You don't put icing
And also
then a
he
cake
did
on it.
and he did bring in Peyton Manning.
Yes.
He
Yes.
did. Well, that's
Yes.
the other thing he did.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mom, I have a question. Why are the Broncos your favorite team?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Why are the
I don't
Broncos
know
your
why they're my
favorite team?
Well, because they
Why wouldn't they be?
because they represent our city
Okay.
of Denver, and so obviously, we might have had favorites in the past with other teams because
Yep.
they were from other cities, like the Eagles. When I grew up, that was the big deal in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
But out here in Denver, to actually get on the map
Yeah.
and represent professional football doesn't get any better than that with what the
Yeah.
Broncos have done.
I always liked Green Bay.
Green Bay.
They were my
Yeah.
favorite team for
Well,
years.
how did you guys feel when Tom Brady was on the market? Did you want him to come to Denver though?
Well, no, because at the time we were dealing with our first choice was John Elway, and
Tom Brady is way after John Elway.
I meant Tom
Yeah.
Brady. Wasn't he a free agent like last season? He could have gone to any team. And
Well, I'm not sure what went on behind closed doors. I just
right.
don't know.
You wish you would have gotten him though.
I think so.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
Yes.
Why?
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No. Why?
That's where I draw the
Well,
line.
we would have had an extra Super Bowl by now. Yeah.
I mean,
Ew.
right?
No.
Don't
Okay,
you?
no, but here's I'm
Your dad is
sorry.
right because he wants to win Super Bowls.
Sure.
Okay,
Who
wait,
doesn't
wait,
wanna
wait,
win
wait,
Super
wait,
Bowls?
Wait.
Yeah.
It has nothing
Wait,
to
wait,
do
wait.
with that.
It
has
doesn't.
nothing to do with that.
It
No,
doesn't?
Because,
It's
no,
not about
Josh,
championships?
because- yeah, it is about championships, but that's just such a cheap way to get one. Thank you, Tampa Bay.
But didn't you get
That's such
didn't you
an
get
easy
Peyton
way.
Manning?
Who were they
Yes.
before he came on the team?
Didn't you get Peyton Manning in
We
the same
were
way?
we're already an
What's the
established
difference?
team, Josh.
Yes.
The Broncos are already an established team with a strong history.
But you still had to bring
a
in Peyton
strong-
Manning.
And who did we always take out of the little mix there during the playoffs? It was Mr. Tom Brady. And when we got taken out, it was by him. Now, why would we be friends with him now?
Because I thought you'd want to win a championship.
You know what? This
That's
is
right.
what, just so I remember one championship, Josh, can I just say
Yeah.
one championship I remember, which was Super Bowl 50, 5-0. And
Yeah.
I was there and they introduced all the big pro quarterbacks, all the best quarterbacks, all the MVPs of every Super Bowl. And when Tom Brady stood up and it was primarily Bronco fans at that game at
Okay.
Levi Stadium, yours truly. Primarily Bronco fans, and I just can't tell you the boos that came out when Tom Brady popped his little head up there and was like, we don't like him, okay,
Oh.
Josh? We don't like him. So if he were
Well-
if I had to wear a Brady jersey that's orange, I hope it's old school Tampa Bay orange because there's no way, no. You know what? That's blood. Blood is thicker than water, Josh.
I have to stand up for Josh on this here because when we're talking about personalities, then we get away from who the best player might be.
Oh.
And so I think that we need to get back on track. You know, again, the purpose is to win Super Bowls, and Tom Brady would have been the obvious
By any
choice
means.
at that time. So, you know, I don't think that we have to, you know, stray from what we're looking for. You know, it's all about winning, and if we
No,
can
no,
have
no,
someone
that's not the
of Tom
majority.
Brady's
That's not the
quality,
majority.
character, and everything else,
Mom,
then I think we're better off there.
character.
Yeah,
Character?
he came from a wonderful family. He is a family man to begin with.
Kisses his
He has
son
set the
too.
highest standards for an individual of his stature. He's the individual that I think that can any team bring to the Super Bowl, irrespective of his age.
Yeah.
The men are
He is
still-
proving that.
So I
Yeah,
have a
there you
question.
go.
You
He
don't
is proving
think,
that, isn't he?
Yes.
So you don't think there's any just Tom Brady is the only quarterback in all the NFL that could have accomplished any
Yes.
of this?
At the time, yes.
Yes.
And
Well,
he,
at
and,
the
and he
time,
proved
what?
well. He proved it with Tampa Bay. So
Well, and I would even say today,
Yesterday.
no,
Last year.
if you besides you, Jill, nobody else has anything bad to say about Tom Brady,
oh my
past
gosh,
teammates.
no! That's such a lie.
No, that's
Not a lie.
No,
That is not a lie.
Actually,
There isn't
probably
one.
Most of the nation
No.
doesn't like Tom Brady.
No.
The only people
I'm
that
saying-
like
Tom
Past
Brady
players.
are
Past
New England
players.
Patriots, people that are
players that have played with him throughout.
uneducated doctors, and all these
Yes.
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah,
I don't understand. He
but
fell
everybody
in love
loves
with the-
him that plays with him.
yeah. Not only that, but everyone who hates the Yankees hate it because they're always winners. And so
Right.
Tom Brady has always
true.
been the standard as a winner.
Josh,
So
can I ask
I
you-
don't think that
Okay,
we need to
but
go
wait,
ahead and
whoa,
pursue the
whoa.
personality.
Yes, we do, because that's part of the love of why you love a player. I'm wearing this jersey
Yeah.
because I love Philip Lindsay. Is he a Denver Bronco anymore? Unfortunately not. No. But I love Philip Lindsay, and I think he has character and drive and all the things you need to be a great football player. So
I
the
think we're
problem with
talking about
here's-
quarterbacks right now.
This is the
Right?
thing. Here's the problem. Here's the problem I have with Tom Brady. Josh, I will acknowledge, and we've had this conversation.
That you have Brady fatigue.
It's called, Josh, what's your favorite food? Go on, tell me.
Burritos.
Burritos. Okay, let's just say you had to eat 20 of your favorite burritos. Would you enjoy that?
I would.
In
because
one sitting. In one sitting. You don't get to take a break. You have to eat the 20 burritos.
Oh, well,
What would it make you do, Josh? It would make you sick.
It would,
so
eventually.
the rest of the
Yeah.
nation, just like me, is sick.
Because he
of
wins so
Tom
much.
Brady. And it's nauseating.
Because he
You
wins
know?
so much. He wins too much.
Icing is gross. The tragedy of, first of all, Tom Brady should have went to the 49ers.
I agree.
Not Tampa Bay.
I agree.
Edelman should have went to the 49ers.
Yep.
That's your dream team right there, because it's the team you grew up with, the team you love.
Gronk
the
and
team you try
Kittles
to-
would have been unstoppable.
Well, I wasn't talking about Gronk.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry, Gronk.
Sorry, Gronk.
I don't dislike Gronk, but maybe it's because I met him and I realized he's not.
He's a big...
He's
I'm
a
not gonna say it.
gigantic-
Maybe if you met Tom Brady, you'd like him too.
No,
that's a good
no,
point.
No.
Yes, you would.
You know why? No, because at the Super Bowl 50, Tom Brady walks down with his pretty wife, whatever. Okay, they walk down, and in his face, I went, "You're gross." Now, he did think that was funny, but I had the guts to go,
And you meant it. I know.
I did mean it. I don't like you, Tom Brady.
I
It's
think
okay,
the problem is you have a personal vindictive against Tom Brady.
Why do you think that is?
Well, because he's a winner. That's why.
He's a winner.
No, that's not true. John
It is true.
Elway's a winner.
It is
Yeah.
true.
John
Yeah.
Elway's a winner.
Jill, you don't
Aaron
like somebody
Rodgers
that
is a
wins
winner.
all the
But
time.
Brady is still playing football.
Still.
What's the
Wow.
difference?
Well, that's a good scenario. Let's see if Tom Brady could have won Super Bowls or even went to Super Bowls when John Elway did, with no defense and no receivers that were over
The three amigos? Were the
5'9".
three amigos not
All
good?
5'11". Nothing against the three amigos, but 5'11" and under receivers, and have a head coach that's like running up. Oh, my mom knows this. Mom, what were the plays that Dan Reeves called? 1st and 10. What did he call?
I don't know.
Run
I
up the middle?
remember he wasn't
What?
a good
Yeah.
coach.
Yeah.
Why wasn't he a good coach?
He did the same
Speak up.
thing over and over.
Yeah.
What
He
was
did
the
this-
same thing over?
Was he
and
I
over?
predictable?
don't know what it was.
But was he predictable
yeah, he was
as a
very
coach?
predictable.
He was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
could you have coached that team and done about the same thing?
Probably done a little better.
Yeah. What would you have done different if you had John Elway as a quarterback and Sammy Winder as a running back?
I don't know. I don't remember that. I don't remember.
What
that
were you
far
doing
back.
at the games?
It was mostly popcorn and, a beer
Watching all
now
the
and then.
people drink and fall over.
But I think to get that
With the three amigos.
Yeah.
The three amigos is that I think the reason Josh is, acutely aware of this is that, he likes burritos, the three amigos, it all goes hand in hand.
They do.
Yeah.
They do go hand in
Yeah.
hand, amigos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burritos.
Let's go quickly back to old school. What was great about mid to late 1970s Denver Bronco football that you will never see today? What was really cool and unique about that time going to games that you would never ever see today?
well,
If you're talking about individual players, you mean at the time?
No, just that and
Yeah.
the fact of your experience being a fan.
Well,
What's changed from being a fan today to when it was in the 70s?
Well, several things are going on. Number one, if we go way back to the early 70s in particular, we were still sitting on wooden bleachers.
Yeah.
And we have a new stadium,
Yeah.
and everything has been upgraded. Then we also had some names from the past who illuminated our team, and that was
Floyd Little.
there you go,
Yeah,
Floyd
Floyd
Little.
Little.
He was the one.
My
Yeah.
most favorite player of all time.
Yes, he was.
Shout out to 44.
Yeah.
He was the first one to get 1,000 yards for as a Bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a quality person off the
Yes.
field.
Right.
He was the first 1,000-yard. Wow.
Plus, he
And-
liked to drive Lincolns. He had a Lincoln dealership after he retired.
But Dad, do you remember I remember this when we would tailgate in the camper, you would watch the players walk by and we would say, "Have a great game."
Sure.
Can you imagine today having tailgating and then watching a player walk by?
No.
And
Not
say, "Hey,
anymore.
have a good game, Randy Gradishar, number 53."
Yeah, you got to see the
Yeah.
players off the field.
Haven Moses, catch some balls for us. Hey, Craig Morton, can you walk? Do you need help in the
Craig
stadium?
Morton.
Yeah.
Craig Morton
Craig Morton walked.
was hit
kind of-
more than any person I've ever seen in my life and survived. It was awful.
It was. You
was
sound like you
awful.
didn't enjoy it.
Well, it was awful watching him get hit constantly, and
Now, being a 49er fan, I did feel for you Bronco fans
Oh.
when you lost to the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Big time.
Yeah,
Big time.
that was
yeah.
too
Was
bad.
it 59 to 10?
55 to 10.
Yeah, that hurt.
I didn't
That-
watch the rest of that one.
That hurt.
Yeah,
That's one game I walked out of.
that was
with
Joe
Denver
Montana's last Super Bowl.
Yes.
Jerry
And-
Rice every minute. Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice had a big game.
Well, he's
Yeah.
at the top
Yeah.
of the list.
Well, there is no one better than Jerry
Receiver.
Rice, including
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Right.
Jerry Rice
Is the best player ever.
best receiver ever.
I think
And
he's the best football player
He
ever.
could. He's in that top 3.
who is
definitely.
the best player? Who is the best football player
As a
ever?
receiver,
Ever?
Who? Ever.
I think Jerry Rice.
Well,
And then Josh would say, we know.
I think you have to go with Tom. I mean, I know people hate Tom, but you got to go with Tom. 10 Super Bowls.
yeah.
10 Super Bowl
that will-
appearances
Yes,
is a
but-
little much.
That will never
You
be
have to
replicated.
consider
Let's hope
old
not.
school football and new school football.
Bingo.
Well-
Good point, Grammy. Old school football. Let's see if he would have survived that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think he would.
I don't know if he would have survived old school,
Okay.
even into the
Now-
90s when you were really allowed to hit the crap
Well,
out
if you
of
notice,
Yeah.
Tom
I know
just
he's
goes
been
down.
Yeah.
Well, now
No,
he
no,
does,
no.
'cause
He
he's
just
not
does.
stupid.
He just goes
That's
down.
what
He,
Peyton
like
Manning
he
did
doesn't
at
even
the
want to
end.
get hit.
Peyton Manning's like, that's enough. It's disappointing though when you see people like Cam Newton do that though.
Well,
And
you
you're
know,
like, really?
if I can
Are
interject
you?
Because
here,
they're not that on that plane. They're not on that
Yeah.
plane.
if I can
right.
break through on the interview here, I think they're philosophically, I'd go back, in time when football players used leather helmets, and I even had leather
You remember
helmets when
that?
I was
Leather
in high
helmets?
school. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I was in high school, and the other thing too, and this is a point I think we have to, put in the mix here. Professional athletes back in the earlier part of the last century, and I go way back to even Babe Ruth, is the fact is that they did not make that much money. They were celebrities like Babe Ruth, for example. However, I think what's happened today is that I see a little bit of a degradation in the quality of the players. They're getting overpaid, they're becoming all celebrities, and many of them, unfortunately, have ended up with some social problems and criminal problems.
There was a day when they had jobs outside of playing football or
That's right.
baseball.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
They
I
had
had
real
to do.
jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
my friend Angela, who is my age and is still playing football. She played for 20 years.
Yeah.
And Angela still plays.
Yep.
And in the women's professional league, which we know doesn't get paid unless you're in your underwear. But anyway, she is still
My
playing.
little tiny bra.
But she's still playing because I don't think you could ever, the measurement of, you have to see players, and I do actually think Tom Brady's in this category. Calm down. But I think someone who loves it enough that even if he wasn't getting paid, he'd be still doing it.
Yeah.
I think, and that's real
Yeah.
proof if you really love the game, and that's why I don't have a huge, love for someone like AB, Antonio Brown, for those of you that don't know. Come on, guy.
He's looking for money.
Yeah, it's this money machine, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying you shouldn't try to get the money, but
Yeah.
would you really do this? Where's the love of it?
Right.
And we
The love of the game.
grew up playing as kids without it. At least I didn't have organized football, obviously. I don't know if you did at a very young age, but
No, I didn't.
when you're
A lot of it was sandlot playing.
but
Yeah.
that's real
Picking up a
football.
game with
That's really the
neighborhood
love
friends,
of football.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we came from, old school football.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up. We appreciate your history that you guys have to offer us.
Thank you.
Because if we don't know about this, how will the young kids know how cool football has been and how the evolution of football is still happening?
That's right.
And it will always happen, but it started from somewhere.
Just the pure love of the game.
Pure love of the game,
Love of the
people,
game.
no matter
Yep.
what age.
Yep.
Go
Football
Broncos!
is king.
Go Broncos!
Oh, it's Brady. Oh,